Hello, welcome to my EWC prediction video. You know, it's funny because I wanted to make a video on the Stage 1 NA, wanted to make a video on the Korea Bootcamp, and I wanted to make a video on the Champions Clash, but it took me so long to write the scripts and actually, even come to a conclusion of what I wanted to say that I actually the shit started and I couldn't actually make the video anymore because it already started. And the same almost happened for EWC. I actually wrote the script. I like it, but I'm having trouble reading from a script for some reason. I don't know why. So I just thought, fuck it. It's July 28th. The shit's about to start in literally under 24 hours, so I might as well just go off the fucking dome. So pretty much all I want for this tournament is just exactly like Champions Clash in a way, where it felt like where teams were actually able to play what their strengths were. Like, you couldn't really say Ball was meta, but you know, Crazy Raccoon was able to play Ball pretty well. It's almost like they have like one of the best ball players or something. But you know, like Jetpack Cat Bastion was seen it was gonna be like cancerous and every team was gonna play it, but nope. Literally the very first match the team didn't play it. The team that played it lost. So you know, I just hope there's no like hard meta for this. I've been hearing that Mauga is not getting played as much anymore, which it's kind of good because I don't think Mauga is a very fun tank to watch. But I think Ram's gonna get played because I'm pretty sure Ram got buffed. I think Junker Queen got buffed a little bit, but I doubt that means she's gonna get played competitively unless there's like a Kiriko ban or something, and like there's just like a whole ass like team comp just like based around here that I don't know, because I am pretty sure T1 like played her or something. I keep hearing that Freya is meta now and that Freya is gonna get a little bit of playtime, which I would really like. I might be a Freya main. I probably wouldn't be playing DPS or completely swap to a DPS player if Freya didn't exist, which is kind of a lie, but I like playing her. So, and I also like a lot of these players in their Freya, so I do want to like kind of see it. And yeah, no, that's just kind of hope that the meta is very flexible and teams get to play what they're comfortable with, what they want, and that there's nothing that is like, oh, rush comps are meta, so the teams that are just better at rush comps are gonna win. Like, obviously, like, you know, I just hope there's like nothing like that. But I want to get straight into the games, starting with Group A. Group A is getting a lot of hype because it's gonna be the tightest group, you could say, where it's like anybody can lose in these games except for 9Z. Or anybody could win in these games except for 9Z. So first match, VP 9Z. VP is absolutely shitting on them. I actually have no hope, no faith in this team. I remember I got like the Cavalry Esports notification. It was like 9Z qualified to EWC, and I was like, who the fuck is that? So it's like, I no hate to them, but I just think and when I learned they're a Face It team, I was like, oh well, I don't think they're gonna win anything. Like, just no hate to like Face It players, because I follow and like some Face It players. I just think there's a difference between winning Face It League Masters Season 8 versus winning EMEA Stage 2 and like dethroning one of the best teams in the world right now. Like, I feel like that's a pretty big feat. But yeah, right, next is actually the most interesting match for me for day one. Is gonna be T1 versus TM. I think this match is gonna be like the best one, because TM has always beat T1 is like the thing. Like, think World Finals, they beat them in Korea Bootcamp, and then I think they beat them in EWC 2025. And the World Finals match was actually like so good. TM went up 2-0 at the start, and then TM reverse sweep, reverse sweep as usual. So it was really close. But then like at the Korea boot camp, like even with them not playing sim, they 3-0'd, and it's just like man, like I just wonder how it's gonna go this time, because T1 wasn't at Champions Clash, and TM has been getting a little bit worse these past couple months, going from being, you know, the world final champions to then like winning the stupid boot camp to going completely like lossless in stage 1, only losing one map on like the very last day. But like then they lost to Crazy Raccoon like day 1 of Champions Clash, and then it's just been kind of downhill ever since. I mean, they did play second, but then, you know, like after that, they started losing to GK, lost to VP. So it's like I really wonder like what's gonna happen. I feel like sim comps have been countered like kind of lately. Like I feel like a lot of teams have found like their approach to the sim comps, and like sim isn't really so strong to the point where it's like you could just play her and like you're 3-0ing. I still think Yubi's like really good at sim. Like, yeah, no shit, of course he is, but I don't know. It was like watching the GK match where it was like Alpha Yi was playing sim, and it's like I always thought Alpha Yi is just kind of like the tracer guy, you know, like he Korean flex DPS, you know, is gonna be good at Genji tracer, you know, the like. But then it's like this guy's playing sim like pretty well, and that's just because sim is less about like raw mechanic and like solo like carry, like how you could say a character like Sojourn is, or like other hit scans where it's like in the hit scan duel, like the better hit scan is gonna win. It's like with sim, it's like there is talent to it. Like that is why Yubi's so good, but it's also like I think any good like high ranking flex DPS could definitely play a decent sim. So it's like I really wonder how this like matchup's gonna go. I wonder if Zest is gonna, you know, play some Venture, play some Vendetta, probably. I wonder how the tank situation is gonna go. Like it seems like every time I watch TM they play Jasmine, which is fine. Like Jasmine's pretty good. But I really want to see Proud versus Quartz. I wanna see who wins in these duels. It'll be a really fun match. Weibo versus Team Liquid. I have been on a Team Liquid hating high. Like ever since they lost that match against Twisted Minds in the Korea boot camp, I actually was like, yo, fuck this team. And then the whole RuPaul thing happened, where it was like stage 1 was like, oh well, you know, the RuPaul thing happened, so it's like, yeah, that sucks. But then it was like stage 2, they just didn't try. Like it just felt like they just didn't try, because like one thing I was hearing is their Korean imports couldn't speak very well English, which is like, yeah, I could get that, you know, like I can't speak another language, that shit is definitely a skill. But then it's like, why pick them up? You have Infected, the best fucking tank in NA. You have Tree, definitely the best hit scan. You have Vega, definitely a top tier, like one of the best supports. Same with Zera. It's like, I don't really think you needed an off tank. Like everyone's saying like off tank is like meta, but then it was like, I feel like there's a lot of teams are still playing their like main tanks, and like I think Kivus was like a good pickup, because I don't really know what other support they could have had. I honestly knew they weren't gonna stay with Escanor, but I felt like even if they did, it wouldn't have been that bad. All they would have just had to do was just let him play more characters. I just feel like all they let him play was Kiri, and that was just kind of lame. And then they let him play Juno. They were doing like better somehow, and it's just like, I don't know. I feel like if they let him on like BAP, I think he played BAP one game. I think if they just like, I think they tried. If they just tried to work with what they got and just worked on like team synergy, they could have like easily won stage 2. But then they kind of like resetted it, having like attack and like Kivvis, and their team just wasn't synergizing well. And then it was a whole, oh, we're gonna, don't worry guys, we're gonna be back. But then it's just like, then they still lost to Dallas. They still came in third. It just feels like a nothing ever happened situation. So I just don't even know if they can beat Weibo, because Weibo apparently locks the fuck in when it comes to NA teams, and it's just like, I don't know if Team Liquid can beat them if they can't even beat SSG. And it's like people keep saying like Weibo's time is coming, like they're about to retire, their team's not as good anymore. But it's like, I don't even think they did that bad in Champions Clash. Like I definitely think like they had some blunders. Like Leave definitely was making Landon's comments seem a little right, but they still won. They still did good. They still had good matches, I feel. So I'm going Weibo for this one, and I just have no faith in Liquid. Then we have the Dallas Fuel and Falcons. I am gonna take Fuel for this one just because I don't really want to root for Falcons. I just like Dallas Fuel more. Chronic is a really cool player to me, because when I first started watching OWCS, he was like he was like one of the first couple players where I like knew him by name, where I was like, wow, this guy is like crazy. Made me pick up Freya, he made me pick up Sojourn, but I just really like Dallas Fuel. I like Kellen, I like Sionjin, I like CJ, I like this entire like team, except for like Luke Mino. It's just like, yeah, Luke Mino's not a bad player per se though, like he's clearly talented, but I don't know, he has like a blunder here and there, and this team just likes to play a lot of weird shit sometimes, and it just makes it a little hard to be like, oh, what are they doing? Like I remember when they pulled up the Moira Lucio on New Junk City, and I was just like, what the hell? But they won, so I couldn't even say anything. Their first game, it felt like they didn't find their style yet, but I feel like they definitely know their style now, and I just hope they play to their strengths. I hope they don't do that double hit scan shit. I keep seeing like them do that, where like there was like a game where like Sionjin was on like Torb, they were playing like Torb Cast or some shit, and like there's another like Cast Bastion. I hate that shit. I hate Jetpack Cat Bastion so much. I don't want to see Bastion out all this fucking tournament. But I like Falcons. I think Falcons can still be good. Like everyone like hates on them, which is like understandably, I guess, you know. And it just kind of sucks that this team came like 5th and 6th or some shit in like Asia, if I remember, and it should have been like Zanside. I think that it should have been here, but they added this new rule where it's like, oh, the last people automatically qualified. It's so lame, so it makes me want them to lose like immediately. But Merit is back. I feel like them placing so low was kind of in part because of the whole Merit benching thing. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like this team getting far is just kind of a waste, because they couldn't beat Crazy Raccoons or like Zeta like consistently. So I just feel like eventually it's gonna come down to where they have to fight those two teams, and they're just gonna lose. So it's just like, you know, why are they even here? Like and then it's like, I don't even think they can prove themselves in this like bracket or whatever, in this like qualifiers, because it's first to 2, so all you have to do is just kind of blitz your opponent, and then 2, it's like they're going up against Dallas Fuel in either Team Liquid or Weibo, and it's like, I'm pretty sure they always beat Weibo, or they beat Weibo way more than Weibo's beat them, and then it's fucking Team Liquid. They've also always beat Team Liquid, so it's just like, I don't even think they like deserve to like be here. I don't know. Either way, I got Fuel over this. I don't want Falcons to win. For like lower bracket stuff, 9Z is obviously losing to Twisted Minds, but it would still be funny if 9Z somehow, some way took a map. They're not going to, but it would be really fucking funny. Team Liquid versus Falcons. I feel like Falcons will win this. Like I said, I just don't think Team Liquid is like very good as like a team right now. They just seem like way too detached. Like they seem so boomed, like, oh, we're not easily winning NA, so what the fuck do we do now? It's like, I don't know. I'll have to really see like how the Weibo match goes. If they lose that shit and they seem uninspired, then it's like, yeah, no, they're definitely losing to Fuel or Falcons, depending on whoever wins that game. And then I don't really know what to say about like VP versus TM or like Weibo versus Dallas. I feel like I would just have to watch, but I hope that Dallas could beat Weibo because I feel like it'd be cool if Dallas gets like what second place qualifier or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I don't really know how this shit works, but I think it'd be cool. And VP T1, VP versus T1. I don't really care because I like both of these teams like quite a bit, like kind of equal amounts. So I feel like either or winning it'd be pretty cool. And then going to Group B, this one is definitely way easier for the teams like participating. Crazy Raccoon's only competition really is like Zeta, and even then, I'm pretty sure Crazy Raccoon has beat Zeta either more or the same amount of times Zeta has beat them. So I feel like that's not even like a hard like match for them. It'll just be like an average ass day. Team Secret is definitely losing. I don't know anything about the China or the Pacific teams. Well, there's only one Pacific team, but like, yeah, I just don't really know much about them. I don't have much to say about them, but I just think Team Secret is just not gonna win. I mean, maybe they can win against one of the China teams. I don't know, but they're definitely not beating Crazy Raccoons. That's for sure. SSG versus JDG. This is like the only game in like a LAN that SSG like has to win. Like that Weibo one was definitely a they had to win it moment, but like they didn't, and then it was like they're not beating Zeta, so it's just like, well damn. But yeah, no, they should definitely beat JDG. JDG is just not like a team you could sleep on. Even though I don't watch China, I still know this because the thing about JDG is they definitely beat Weibo before, which SSG hasn't, and SSG is just pretty similar to Team Liquid, where they just don't seem inspired. Like, they just don't seem like they really want to win. This is my team, by the way, so I'm not even being like biased. Well, whatever. Like, I'm not even being biased, but I do hope they can win against JDG because this is definitely one of the weaker teams in the region or in the LAN. So if they don't win, I'm actually gonna be so mad. Like, I remember when they lost to Weibo, and I actually like fucking turn my computer off. But like, yeah, hopefully they can beat JDG. I just hope like SSG doesn't do any like weird shit, but at the same time they tend to fumble when they try new things, or they always go back to old reliable, and they always just swap to Diva, Tracer, Cass, Kiri, fucking Lucio type shit. So it's like, I just hope this team can win. If they don't win, it's actually over. GK versus All Gamers Global. They should definitely win this. I think GK has gotten so much better over the last like 2 months, 3 months. Stage 1 was like awful. I remember like trying to watch some of their games because I thought like Lapdas, Ziad, and like I thought they were like cool, and I like Alpha E, so it was like I wanted to like support the team. I wanted to watch some of their matches, but the matches just looked so boring. They were always like losing. I think I always like clocked into the matches they were losing, so it's just like, man, whatever, bro. But like they definitely came back swinging in stage 2, going all the way to like the number 2 seed. Like it's actually like so fun to watch. Reverse sweeping TM twice it was actually the cherry on top. They really could have won stage 1. I definitely think they could have won that, but that's besides the point. They're definitely beating All Gamers Global, that's for sure though. But Zeta versus Veryl. I really want to go with Veryl for this, but it's probably gonna be Zeta. So Zeta's probably gonna win this one, and I'm okay with that because I like Zeta. But I hope Veryl can at least get 1 win or maybe 2 wins. Damn, I hope they can qualify. That'd be cool, but I'm not holding my breath. Crazy Raccoons versus SSG. They're definitely gonna lose this. I remember when Crazy Raccoon had to fight SSG in World Finals, and that was like the most sad match I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, no, so they're definitely gonna lose this one too. GK versus Zeta. This will be an interesting one for sure. I don't want to say Zeta's just gonna like shit on GK, because I mean that could be the case, but it's like you never know. It'll definitely come down to like draft and like what's banned, what's not banned, and like stuff like that. But I don't really think you can like ban to like GK, because I feel like all of their players are pretty versatile. Like I feel like they would want to play like I feel like they could play a variety of comps. Definitely be an interesting match. But I got Zeta for that one too. And then Team Secret versus JDG. If JDG is gonna win a match, it's gonna be against Team Secret. I actually have no faith into this team. Like sorry, not sorry, but I don't think they're gonna win anything. So hopefully JDG can win this one. Cause I don't really like how some people talk about the China teams, or it's just like, here's the China teams and then Weibo, and they only talk about Weibo. So like, hopefully JDG can do something, and all gamers global can like do something to make people be like, oh, these teams are awesome, even if I'm not like directly a fan of them, and I'm literally saying they're gonna lose. Speaking of which, Viral is definitely gonna beat all gamers global. Then after that, it's I think SSG versus Viral, which I think SSG could also win. It'll be a tough match, is like the thing, and SSG doesn't do well with tough matches. They don't like close matches. They don't have a clutch gene. They don't like shit like that. So it's just like, hopefully they can lock in and actually win against Viral like they did in World Finals, but then again, still not holding my breath. Then it'll be GK versus I think JDG, which is like, yeah, GK is gonna win that. So then like qualifying, that's like what, Crazy Raccoon, Zeta, GK, SSG. Even if I don't think SSG is gonna win, but yeah, that's kind of just like my predictions. I'm really excited, even if the matches are gonna start really, really early for me. I hope these teams can do really well. I hope like none of the matches are boring. They're just like 3-0s, and like there's no fun games at all. Even 3-1s I like to watch. So hopefully the tournament's as entertaining as like the Champions Clash. And yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say. I'll try to do like I'll either try to do like mid-tournament videos where I talk about the matches that have happened like day 1 or day 2 or day 3 or whatever, or I'll just wait until like, maybe I'll wait until qualifiers are done, and then I'll do a qualifier video, and then wait for like the main tournament to be done, then do like a whole tournament recap video. I don't know, I like talking about OWCS. Predictions are a little hard because I don't really know what to expect, but anyways, I'm here for the ride. I just hope it's fun. But yeah, that's it for this video.